Welcome back to Meals to Unalive For. I'm Jody Breton, and this is where food and memory meet, and not everything stays in the past. Let's get into it. Today, we're making dumplings. Some buildings are haunted not because something evil happened there, but because something horrible did. Tucked into the narrow streets of San Francisco's Chinatown stands a quiet brick building at 920 Sacramento Street. Today it looks unassuming, a community center, a place of learning, but once it was a refuge and a battlefield. This is the story of the Donaldina Cameron House. To understand this place, you have to go back to the late 1800s, a time when thousands of Chinese immigrants came to California during the California Gold Rush, hoping for opportunity, but what they found instead was something much darker. Because while men came to work, women were rarely allowed to come freely, and when they did, many were not coming by choice. They were trafficked, sold, kidnapped, forced to live as servants, wives, or prostitutes. Some of them were children. In San Francisco's Chinatown, criminal organization known as Tongs controlled much of the underground world. Women were treated as property, bought and sold, locked away behind hidden doors and trap rooms. And for many of them, escape was impossible until someone started fighting back. Her name was Donaldina Cameron. She arrived in the 1890s as a young missionary. At first, she taught sewing, quiet work, safe work, but it didn't stay that way, because once she saw what was happening to these girls, she couldn't ignore it, and she didn't. Donaldina Cameron became something unexpected. She led raids, yes, raids, breaking into brothels, climbing over rooftops, chasing traffickers through alleyways, rescuing girls who had been locked away and bringing them to the mission house, to safety, to the place that would eventually bear her name, a place that by some accounts helped save over 2,000, possibly even 3,000 women and girls from slavery. But safety was never guaranteed, because the men who profited from these girls, they didn't just let them go. The house was constantly under threat, from traffickers, from corrupt officials, even from police raids targeting Chinese immigrants. So the building itself had to change. After the original structure was destroyed in the 1906 San Francisco earthquake, it was rebuilt in 1908. But this time it was different, because hidden beneath the building was secret passageways, tunnels, concealed spaces, places where girls could disappear if danger came, and sometimes they had to. Because imagine this, you've escaped something unthinkable. You've been rescued, you've been told you're safe, and then suddenly you have to hide. In the dark, in silence, waiting, hoping that no one finds you. Because if they do, you're going back. Or worse. And for some girls, that hiding place became something else, a trap. There are stories, whispers tied to this building, of a fire that broke out while girls were hiding in the basement. And because they were hidden away, because they were locked behind spaces meant to protect them, they couldn't escape. Some of them burned alive, in the very place that was supposed to keep them safe. And maybe that's why people say the building is haunted, not by something malicious, but by something unfinished. Because even today, there are reports of footsteps in empty hallways, of shadows moving where no one stands, of the feeling that someone is watching, not in anger, but in memory. Some say they hear crying from below, from the basement, from the places where the tunnels once hid girls from the world, and where some of them never made it out. And then there's Donaldina herself. They called her many things. The white devil to her enemies, she was a threat. To the girls, she was something else entirely. Lomo, mother. And some believe she never really left, that even after her death, she still walks those halls, watching, protecting, making sure that no one else is taken. Because this isn't just a ghost story, it's a story about survival. About a woman who refused to look away, and about a building that holds all of it. The fear, the hope, the lives that have passed through its doors, some saved, some lost. And maybe that's what people feel when they step inside. Not something supernatural, but something heavier, the weight of everything that happened there.